You mentioned Marcus Smith, right? He was quoted, I think, today in the paper, clearly, about the concerns that everybody has about Owen Farrell. He said he was a little bit shocked when it happens to somebody of that stature. Give us your take on it.
Well, Faz, it's a big call for Faz. He's decided to step away from it for his own mental well-being and family's well-being. I suspect he's probably just had enough. He's probably tired. He's shattered. He's been going since he was 20, and he's got his own reasons for it. And we can only speculate on some of the stuff that he's put out about it. But
George, is there more pressure put on players in those kind of positions in rugby? I don't know. You know better than me, but playmakers, you know.
Well, the fact that he's the sort of the quarterback, the general of the team,
That's what I mean.
naturally, as well as being the captain. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure put on him, and I guess it's not helped when he puts so much into it and he gets very little back in terms of appreciation or public appreciation. Or
do you think he's underrated then?
I don't think he's underrated. I think he's underappreciated in terms of people recognise he's a fantastic rugby player, but just because he doesn't sit in press conferences and warms to the media or warms to that sort of public appearance, people then like, oh, he's quite cold. I think of it a bit like Andy Murray years back, where he used to get a lot of flack.
Yeah.
He wouldn't warm to the media, and then he got a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and he started giving away a little bit more. His dry sense of humour, not really. He was more confident in himself, and then people sort of came round to that. But for Faz, I'm gutted for him. I'm gutted for the England team as well, because he is a world-class player that has just taken a lot of flack. There's one thing knocking someone's performance or playing ability. There's another thing that you start questioning people's character and personal, like that, and the abuse he got during the World Cup.
Do you think because you're rugby players, you know, and perceived, well, you are tough guys, you know, you are hard guys. Do you think that people think that gives them the right to abuse? That you can take it?
I actually don't think it's a rugby problem, Jeff. I think it's a societal problem in terms of social media and the ability for anyone to say anything without
responsibility,
without any, you know, responsibility for what they do say. Because I'm not sitting here as a victim or as a.
But you're right.
And I'm saying we put ourselves out in the public eye, and you have to take the rough with the smooth.
Correct.
You accept that, but at the same time, you go.
There's a line.
Any danger of just curbing it a little bit, or at least having stuff in place to stop people from just putting out straight away without thinking. Just make people stop and think, actually, is what I'm putting out there.
I said it all the time, because in no way, shape or form are they being held accountable. In any other walk of life, you're held accountable and responsible for what you say and do. But in social media, you don't seem to be. It's bizarre. There's millions I want to talk to you, but I think we've got to go to a break.
I just want to ask, do you think, Carl Sinclair said that he thinks more players will follow suit, more players will start, you know, taking a break, taking a sabbatical, if you like. Do you think that's right?
From a workload point of view, in terms of the players' workload, especially with what we spoke about, where the game's at in terms of physicality and that, probably that's the way the English game should move to go. New Zealand have got it. They send their players off for 6-9 months sabbaticals in Japan or over in Europe sometimes, just to keep them fresh and keep them happier and have a longer career for New Zealand. But that's based on a central contract model, and we don't quite have that model in England yet, but it could go that way.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.